Hey, hi guys, this is Taylor Cisowski, and this is my independent learning project presentation. So what I decided to do my independent learning project on was Insert Learning. Insert Learning, which was formerly known as Dawson EDU, is a Chrome extension which works with companion iOS, Apple devices, or Android apps that lets teachers turn any site into an interactive online lesson. And the reason that I chose this was because I had never heard of this website before. So I thought it would be really interesting to learn about. And there was a lot of really positive reviews about it and a lot of YouTube videos. So I thought it'd be a good resource to learn about because a lot of the other ones I had already heard about. So how does it work? Insert Learning can be loaded quickly into the user by clicking the browser extension and opening the toolbar. And then once the toolbar pops up, teachers and students can add annotations, embed videos, add websites, maps, quizzes, discussions, and do much more. So right on the right down here, I decided to include what the toolbar would look like if you were using this as a student or a teacher. So as you can see in the top, there is the assign function, and this is when teachers can assign questions or like add assignments to a post or a website. And then we have the highlight feature, which is the next one, and that is you can just highlight text on the page. The next one below that is the sticky note one, which is when when they want to do more than just highlight, they can also add notes onto the page. And then below that we have questions, which is where either students can insert questions or teachers can insert questions and have like multiple response choices for students on whatever the page is. And then the last one is the discussion one, which is when teachers can just insert a discussion and the students can take it wherever they want to go and they can respond from it, which I think is really cool because they can fully customize what they want to do. So all features that are there allow for the manipulation of the site, and the amount of manipulation and additional features added to the site is up to the teacher. So, and teachers are also able to view the annotations and their answers and discussions. So all the discussions that are posted, the teachers can monitor them and keep track of what the students are saying, and they can also see what they're highlighting and annotating and how they're responding to the questions and kind of see if they are answering them correctly. Then this is just a real quick video on what it would look like if you were a student who is using this. Okay, so there is that. As you can see, the students can go through, they can highlight it, they can post discussions, and the little toolbar is in the left and it'll show what the teacher has included. If they've just included, questions or they want you to highlight or annotate, that'll be shown on the toolbar on the left of the website. So now I'm just going to go over the pros and cons of this extension really quickly. And definitely one of the biggest pros of this is that it's really accessible and useful in any grade level, depending on the type of work. It just has to be anything online that you're using, you can add these features to. So in an elementary school level for simpler projects or Google Classroom, stuff like that, you could use this. Or in a more middle and high school grade level, you could use this to help your students annotate readings or articles or whatever for those classrooms. And I think this, although it's not necessary for classrooms, I think it is really significant because I've never seen anything like this before, where as a teacher, you can assign questions, annotations, assignments, and you can keep track of what the students are also annotating, and it's all in one place versus like having them print it out and annotate it themselves or having them answer questions on a different website. It's all right there for you to do. And another thing that I liked about it is the goal of this website is for students to It's for teachers to guide students into student learning so that they can become more independent when they are figuring out themselves. They can kind of know the questions they need to ask themselves when they're reading and become better annotators and just like more literate and critical thinking when they're reading. And for the downsides, there really aren't many. An obvious one is that this is only useful in an online setting. So if you're, whatever assignment it is that you're doing, if it's not accessible online, then obviously you wouldn't be able to use this platform. Another downside is that for teachers who are using this full time, there is a purchase required. And then there were a couple complaints that it was hard to navigate and that there needs more room for teacher feedback. And then my finding in this was that this Chrome extension applies directly to learning because it is used in and outside of class, and it helps promote independent learning. And I showed what it would look like for a teacher on the left. And then on the right, those are all the different kinds of applications you can use it on: Quizlet, YouTube, Flipgrid. You can even use it on like Google Maps and stuff like that. So it's really an awesome tool. Thank you.